Okay.
of when do you let an anchor client go?
One thing that I would like for you all to practice is to use non-judging, do not assign value to your observation, to be a better observer of things, to be objective and neutral when you look at things, because it'll help you make better decisions, okay? Or when do I let a long-term, high revenue, high expectation, quick turnaround, sophisticated negotiation client go? That's also very loyal and has been instrumental in my growth. All of a sudden, they're not so bad. All of a sudden, maybe we got a little complacent. Maybe we take each other for granted a little bit. Let's look at the alternatives. What solutions do we have? So let's write down, like 1 to 5, what your options are. See, we came in here like, I'm gonna fire him when? Tomorrow. So if you box yourself into that kind of thing, there's no other options. It's like, do I kill it or do I kill it? Option number 1, fire the client. 2 is we could have an adult conversation with a great client and try to remedy the things that aren't good for both of us. We would need to establish some boundaries. 3, we just swallow it all and say, you know what? It's really good money. And man, for replacing this client, it's gonna be very, very difficult. Let's just hire a new team and tell them what to expect and just push them in there. Option number 4 is to do exactly that, but just shove it offshore and let them deal with it. Number 5 is to provide some kind of crazy out of the box thinking. Sometimes with clients like this that are a pain in the butt for you and your team, sometimes it just takes an account manager, an account director to work with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. And since money doesn't seem to be a huge issue, you could say, man, we're doing a lot of work with you. I think I have a way for us to save money long term. It would mean installing an account executive director at your office to help us PM and gather what you need and to organize it with you internally and to put on a schedule, right? And they can work at your office or work for you really 3 days a week and then interface with us 2 days a week. I'm freestyling here, Mr. or Mrs. Client. I was thinking, would something like this interest you? Thomas, it's been an absolute pleasure doing work with you all these years, and you know what, we would not be where we're at today without you. We've noticed that over time, I'm speaking for myself, we've come to take you for granted. And you've been a big financial influence on how we make decisions, and at times I felt compelled to say yes to everything you've asked me to do. And we've just developed a pattern of behavior that is not sustainable for me or my team. And we tried many things, including hiring a new team, outsourcing some of the work, but it's still the way that you ask for things being done on a certain timeline, it's just not something that's conducive to doing good work or to my mental health. Here's what I'd like to propose to you, if you're open to this. And I just want to remind you, of course, the nuclear option is always available, and then we shake hands, we thank each other, I go buy you a nice steak dinner, and we say goodbye. That's the nuclear option, obviously. But I'm trying to avoid that, Thomas. But I think if we can get a little help from you in managing the timelines and expectations, because I feel like, and this is just my feeling, that we know when projects need to get done, but they don't get to us in a timely manner, such that by the time it reaches our desk, we have so little time to really react and respond to it. And I hate working this way, because it puts me behind the 8 ball and we make decisions not truly understanding what the real problems are. So my suggestion, and this is a wild idea, Thomas, is that we install, in some capacity, a account person, project manager on your side to help wrangle these things before they become a problem of great urgency. And if we can do that, we can continue to service you and probably even find more innovative solutions for you. There will be a financial hit to you up front, but I think in the long term, you'll see that things run smoother and that you'll get more done, and there will be less stress for you and for me. Are you open to this idea, or are we going with the nuclear option, Thomas?
I hope you enjoyed this segment from the archives of the Futur Pro Group. In case you didn't know, the Pro Group is a community of diverse creatives including designers, artists, developers, brand strategists, and architects from all over the world. Some of the benefits of being a member include bi-monthly coaching calls with Chris, Office Hours, which are monthly calls with subject matter experts to help you with things like writing, business development, mindset, and strategy. Real and virtual meetups, breakout rooms, speed dating, and open tables. Exclusive access to over 170 pro calls, mentorship, friendship, accountability, and a sense of belonging. Check the description below to find out more. But don't take my word for it. Here's a pro member to share their experience.
Being a part of the group also helped me to transition out of my first production company into something that is way more fulfilling for me. And since we started this business, our very first job, we got at $25,000, which is actually 5 times more than what we usually would charge for work. But it's being a part of this group and constantly being accountable to the growth and to the worth that I know is in myself. Like, that's what's helped me to definitely improve and to go forward in my business.
So if you're interested, check out thefutur.com/pro-group. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.